Lasermate, eject, operation, channel intro.
Hello fellow YouTubers, WfC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to Viewers New and Old, and today I'm going to be reviewing Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Deluxe Class Pipes. I wasn't initially sure if I was going to pick up this figure, but decided I might as well. Besides, I thought the hover mold was really nice, so why not? So here we have the package. Really love that artwork, he looks super cool there. There he is in his vehicle mode. There he is in robot mode and vehicle mode, Transformers in 17 steps. So, I've already taken him out, so let's get into it. Okay, so here we have Pipes in his vehicle mode, and, I mean, I really like it. Now there are some different things you can do with the guns right here. You can put them on the back, but I personally like them like this. It's not perfectly ideal, but it works well enough. Get a nice blue on the front right here and on the back. You got these peg on wheels, but what can you do? Taillights are painted, that's nice. Of course, you do have the hollowness back here. He rolls fairly well. Doesn't look too bad underneath. Now, yes, the hands are visible, but, you know, it's just a problem with this mold in general. So, comparison, here he is with Huffer. Of course, I got Huffer with this back part attached. I generally don't have this attached. I generally just kind of have it off to the side. So here's how they look. This does kind of differentiate them some more. So, again, I can't really say for sure which one is better. It's just kind of, you know, what colors do you prefer? Got the Autobot symbol on the back here, which does come into play in robot mode. So I think that pretty much covers them. Now, I'm not going to show the full transformation. If you do want to see how the transformation works, watch my Huffer review. But I am going to show this part right here because it's a little bit different. Okay, so you can have them like this, like with Huffer, but the way you do it to differentiate them and make them look more like G1 is just to take this part and rotate it around. They added a rotational joint right here. And just kind of fold it back like this. And there you got Pipes in his robot mode. And I really like the looks of this robot mode. I mean, yes, there's not a whole lot of paint, but I mean, this is how he looked in G1 pretty much. Head sculpt is really nice. You got nice painted eyes in there. I like the mouth plate design. You see the chest here is different from Huffer's. And so is this area right here, this section right here. Legs look to be about the same. Arms are different. So I appreciate the mold differences that they did, and that it's not just, you know, just like a repaint and they just changed the head or something. I appreciate that. You can see how they look. And again, it's a little hard to say which one I like better. I mean, Huffer does have more paint in the chest area, But like I said, Pipes doesn't really need more paint because that's how he looked. Pipes is that how you say Pipes is, I don't know. His hands mesh more with his arms because they're the same color, whereas Huffer had black hands. Alright, so the Autobot symbol right here. Huffer has it on his chest. They're both pretty stable despite having, you know, bat kibble. This section right here is the same. So up to you which one you like better. So, yeah. Now, I am going to cover the articulation because I didn't cover that when I reviewed Huffer. So, let's just get this out of the way. Head is on a ball joint. Not a whole lot of up and down movement, just a little bit. Can't really tilt. Can do 360. Shoulders can do a full 360. They can go out that far. So that's not super great. You do get a bicep rotation. You do get an elbow bend, which almost reaches 90 degrees. And because of the transformation, you do get wrist articulation. It's not super ideal though. You do get a waist swivel, so that's really nice. Partially transform him, you can get an ab crunch, if you count that. Legs can kick forward that far. And camera's having a hard time focusing. And back that far. They can go out to the side that far. That's not super good. You do get a thigh rotation. You do get a really good knee bend because of how the transformation works. You get heel articulation if you count that for some reason. And you do get ankle tilt. So articulation is a little bit limited, but I mean it's still good enough. You can still get some cool poses with this guy. Plus, I mean, it's Pipes. He didn't have a super big role in the G1 cartoon. In fact, I only remember like maybe 1-2 episodes where he said, as Optimus Prime used to say, transform and roll out. And that's about all I remember about him. Apparently he's got a bigger role in the IDW comics that I've kept talking about reading, which is one of the reasons I decided to get this guy, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Hopefully someday. So, I think that pretty much covers him. So I'll go ahead and stick him on my display. Okay, so there's Pipes with my Autobots display. So overall, a really nice retool of what I already thought was a pretty good mold. I don't know why they decided to delay this guy to Wave 5, because that made Wave 4 incredibly small. But, you know, I really like him. And I do recommend him because truck mode looks good. Transformation is fun, it's the same as Huffer's. And robot mode is really nice and does enough to distinguish himself from Huffer. If you can find this guy. Again, he's from the final wave, so might be a little bit tricky. But if you can find him, I mean, in terms of if I think he's worth the asking price, it's a little hard to say because he is pretty small and doesn't do quite as much as Origins Bumblebee, who definitely justified his price based on his engineering. But I don't always judge it based on price, and just based on the figure alone, he's worth it. He's worth getting. So, that's my review for Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Deluxe Class Pipes. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.